Can I have your attention, please? Okay. First of all, welcome everybody. It's probably about the 10th time I've been here, and every time it's really nice. And the people and the food, it's just the right atmosphere. So, thank you very much for coming. Welcome to this SOS Town Hall. This is our second annual meeting. We have to have 2 meetings a year to meet all our requirements for the 503C and all that, so that's why we come here every day. The purpose of the meeting is to introduce the nominees to fill 4 vacant positions on the 2026 board. The 5 nominees will speak to you individually, and thanks to Chick here, members will be able to access the speeches online when they access the nominees' ballot. Anyone can be nominated from the floor also. First, I'd like to thank all the board members, committee chairs, and everyone who helped this year a great educational, social, and sailing experience. I think it's been one of the best summers we've had here. Everybody's been, the trip has been great, PNR, and again, it's just every individual, not just the one person that made it work out, so it's really cool. Also, I'd like to thank the outgoing board members, Michelle Waters, Bob Morrow, raise your hand. Hey, Doug Gage, raise your hand. And me. All right. The nominating committee, that's how we create the nominees, was set up by the board. And the chairperson was? Okay. But I really had, I did just the basic kind of work. Carrie Simon, Bill Ostrander, and Dorothy Nicholson. They called everybody from A to Z on the phone list, begging, crawling, and hopefully, and we wind up with 5 wonderful nominees. So I'd like to give them a big hand also. At this point, we can open the floor for any additional nominees. Anybody wants to add their name to the list? Going once, going twice. Sold. Okay. Now I'd like to hear from the nominees themselves. We'll start with Richard Cordero, please.
Thank you. How is everyone tonight? I have a short bio here. I'm just going to read it if you're okay with that. Again, my name is Richard Cordero, and I'm honored to be considered... Okay, there you go. Is that better? All right, I'll start again. My name is Richard Cordero, and I'm honored to be considered for the position on the board of the Sailing Club. Sailing has been a part of my life since I was a teenager, and the time that I've spent on the water, whether trimming sails, navigating with friends, or simply soaking in the beauty of the bay, continues to bring me a deep sense of peace, joy, and connection. What makes it even more meaningful is sharing those experiences with others who love the water as much as I do. Professionally, I teach business, entrepreneurship, and real estate at Harrisburg Area Community College, and I'm also a licensed real estate agent. My work is rooted in helping others succeed, whether it's students launching their first ventures or clients making important life decisions. I've always believed in giving back and being of service to the communities I'm part of. The Sailing Club has been a place where I've met wonderful people from all walks of life, seasoned sailors and newcomers alike. And that welcoming spirit is something that I truly value. I'd like to serve on the board to help strengthen that community, attract new members, support the continued success and vibrancy of the club, whether it's helping plan events, encouraging mentorship, or simply pitching in where needed. And I'm eager to contribute both on land and on the water. Outside of work and sailing, I'm a proud father of 2 grown children and a grandfather to a spirited 2-year-old granddaughter. Life has taught me the importance of meaningful connections and lifelong learning, both of which I find in this club. My thoughts on a vision and mission statement, if I were to write one, would be something like this. The mission statement would would read, "Our mission is to make the joy of sailing accessible to everyone, especially those who might not otherwise have the opportunity. We're dedicated to fostering a welcome environment where individuals can learn to sail, build confidence, and develop essential safety skills and lasting friendships. Through hands-on instruction, mentorship, and a spirit of camaraderie, we strive to create lasting memories both on the water and off." The vision statement might read something like this: "We envision a vibrant sailing community where everyone feels at home, where new sailors are empowered, friendships are formed, and the shared love of the wind and water brings people together. Our club will continue to grow as a place of learning, laughter, and lifelong connection, inspiring a new generation of sailors through education, outreach, and joyful gatherings." Thank you again for the honor of being considered for a position on the board. I'm truly grateful for the opportunity to give back to the club and the community that has given me so much.
Okay, Ray Harris, you're next.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me? No? How about that? I'm going to read my statement too. I think as you get older, your memory, short-term memory goes to pot, and mine has not quite left yet. Anyhow, there's an old proverb about when you give a man a fish, you feed him once, but if you teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Years ago, an SOS member, you may remember him, Spud Flowers, taught me how to sail at the Washington Sailing Marina and introduced me to SOS. These combined to give me a lifetime of sailing pleasure that has been of unmeasurable value to me. SOS has been very valuable to me too. I am a 25-year member of SOS. So I regard this as an obligation to help others to learn the practice and art of sailing. Accordingly, I've sailed with more SOS members in the past 3 years, probably than any other skipper, and I look forward to continuing to introduce SOS members to the joys of sailing. New members are the lifeblood of SOS, and no one should ever be left ashore. I would like to encourage more skippers to participate in cruises so that no member is ever left ashore. And we need an innovative approach to building membership so they can regularly build circle rafts once more. And we need to do this before Bill leaves because he's planned the last one. Other than serving as cruise chairman years ago, I have not actively served an SOS contributor. My 20 years experience as CEO of a successful high-tech company in a highly classified area have provided me with management, financial, and technical skills needed to be a successful board member and to help pay back the obligation I have to this wonderful sailing organization. I would greatly appreciate your vote in the board election.
Barbara Wise.
Jeez, I never thought I'd be up here. I moved to Washington in 1979 and never even knew that sailing existed. I was at a community Hanukkah dinner one year in 1980 or something, and I was at a table of 10, and 4 people were talking about sailing and SOS. It was in the winter, so I don't know how we talked about sailing, but John Bernheimer was the one who got me into the club and convinced me that it was so much fun, it just sounded great. So, I've been president of my homeowner association for 17 years, and this is the first year. I'm still on the board, but I'm not president, so when I was asked to consider doing this. I thought, well, it's about time. So here are the top 5 reasons for me to join the board. And I've read the bylaws very carefully, so I've considered all that. Number 5, I've got really good handwriting and I can make excellent name tags. Number 4, I have no legal impediment to immediate marriage at the moment. 3, I've gained full understanding of how the club works from doing weekend sale coordinations. 2, I have a positive attitude and I'm open to creative and new ideas. And number 1, it's about time.
Dana, tell us.
Can you hear me? Yes. All right. So I am pretty new here. My name is Dana Toulis, and I've been a member for 2 years, 2 great years. And I've only been sailing for 5. I moved to Annapolis 5 years ago. I joined the Annapolis Sailing School. I've taken 101, 102, 103, 105, and actually passed them all. I've done the Sunday races, sometimes a Monday race. I went to Mallorca, Dana S, Dana T. Was a captain. It was really a highlight of last year. And I'm learning to sail a Sabre 34 right now, so maybe someday I can be a captain. I am currently the Director of Emergency Management for the Coast Guard. So I've been doing that for about a decade. I oversee the search and rescue program, as well as environmental response and preparedness. So I'm going to be retiring soon, but I have a pretty in-depth knowledge of how the Coast Guard works and how search and rescue works and the importance of that. I've been an environmental responder for 38 years. I've been a senior executive service member, which is the top of the GS, for 21 years, and I've been managing folks for 33 out of my 38 years. Before Coast Guard, I worked for the Environmental Protection Agency. You'll hear me say, are we recycling? Are we recycling? Pretty regularly. So, and I believe I've overseen everywhere from 5 to 160 people on a day-to-day basis, and I do believe some of that experience can be very applicable to working and hopefully being on the board and looking at our organization. One of the things I'm known for is looking actually at organizations and thinking a little bit more innovatively and creatively of what we can do with them. Can we change a little bit? Can we move forward? And most importantly, how do we meet customer needs? How do we make sure everyone's happier and we can have an even better SOS? It's a great place. I really love the mission. I really love the sailing. But everyone has needs, and maybe we can even make it even better. By the way, I had a small company. It was called Even Better, which looked at TQM policies. I also had 2 subchapter S's. One was a recording company, and one was a production company for a CD. So kind of an array of experiences here. But I do have a background in actually managing small subchapter S's. You didn't know that, did you? I've been involved in every large-scale response since World Trade Center, so I have a lot of emergency response expertise. Hurricanes. I was involved with the bridge setup, the actual incident command system for that. I've trained over 3,000 people per year in that type of setting to teach people how to be in a large-scale incident. I believe all these things are transferable to working with you all and to be on the board. I think those skills are definitely, such a rescue one is a good one, are applicable, and I hope that I can use some of those skills that I've learned over my career to be on the board. Lots of ideas about perhaps training. I set up the Coast Guard, for the Coast Guard Academy, actually set up the minor for emergency management. So I've got some ideas of maybe creative ways we can look at some of our training. I love to plan to travel, so maybe we can think about some other issues and other ways of looking at the cruises we do, which, as I said, the Mallorca was just a highlight last year. Whether it's Thailand or Fiji, or just look at different cultural experiences and different opportunities that we can all have together to learn about different cultures as well. Oh, and then the most important thing about my skill set is I'm friends with Janet Pennywell. I thought that would really win. That would basically, I should have said that and got off the stage, really, seriously.
Okay, you can sit down.
Yeah, right. She brought me here, Carrie Will as well, and you know, it's just been really great to start to meet everyone and get to know everyone and experience everything that we all do on a day-to-day basis. And I'd love to continue to be on the board and try to provide some of my innovative and creative ideas. Thank you.
And Richard Cordero. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Paul Anderson. My fault. Excuse me.
Can you hear me pretty well? I've been a club member for almost 4 years now. I live in Philadelphia. And mostly what I've done with the club is bareboat sailing, Sicily, San Juan, Mallorca, New Zealand, and coming up on Lake Michigan and Grenada. I learned to sail a long time ago, 1974, racing dinghies in Wisconsin, of all places. I worked after that as a hands-on software engineer for 46 years, almost entirely in the DC area. A lot of different kinds of work. The last 21 years I had a small company, an LLC, that did software consulting and development for justice and public safety clients at the national level and 4 states. During that time I had almost no sailing on the water, but I maintained an active interest in small sailboats, particularly historical ones in the Chesapeake and the East Coast, and in small boat building. I always dreamed of building my own boat, but that never happened. Life got in the way all the time. When I got involved with SOS, I took my ASA 101, 103, 104 certifications in the Virgin Islands so that I would have the skills that I needed to go with my racing dinghy sail handling skills. As a software engineer, I think I learned to be careful, organized, and thorough. Those are the things that count when you're programming. And when you program, you can either do it on your own or you can be part of a team, and I was almost always part of a team. And that teaches you how to work well with others and work together to build complex things that work in the end, which is what it's all about. If I'm selected, I'll contribute my engineering and teammate skills towards the operation of the club. Thanks.
We have one more hand for all our nominees.